All right, guys, welcome to the Dr. Browns'ville podcast.
Flow addict. I'm a dope flow addict. I'm a dope flow addict. Leaning in the whip. Listen to Illmatic. I'm a dope flow addict. I'm a dope flow addict. Listen to Illmatic.
And here we have a very special guest today. Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello, I'm Keishara Tulloch,
Okay. What grade are you in?
10th.
10th grade. And what are your sports?
Altogether, soccer, track, wrestling, swimming, badminton, and flag football.
Wow. So we have one of our superstars here in the building, Miss Tulloch. And recently you won something. What was it?
Yes, I am number 1 in Nassau County for wrestling in weight class 152.
All right, let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And what's crazy about this is that you just started.
Yes, 3 months ago, maybe a little bit over, but 3 months.
How's it been? Like, do you feel like you naturally are good at wrestling, or was it like a lot of work? Like, what do you attribute to your success?
Honestly, as soon as I started, I knew it was going to go far. From our first tournament, I placed first place. And from there, it was like, now I have to maintain it. Like, I have to be, as good as I want to be.
And is that your favorite sport now, would you say? Or is because I know you're into track. So
Yeah, honestly, it's grown pretty fast on me, but I still can't pick one out of all of them. I still don't know.
Okay. Now, the big question for me always is, how do you balance all of the sports and academics? Because you're doing good in school too.
Yes.
So how do you balance it?
Honestly, it's just about knowing that you can't go far, like, with sports without academics. Like, some athletes think they can play one role and, get far, but you need both of them to be able to prosper and, like, get into colleges that you want to get into. So I just, I take my time in class. I use class really. I don't really do any of the work at home. If there's homework, it's done in class. If there's classwork, it's done in class. Everything is just done in that 45 minutes that I have.
Good. And speaking about college, you mentioned it. Do you have a certain list because, this might go somewhere. You never know.
Okay.
Do you have a list of schools that you're interested in?
Yes, I actually do. For wrestling, it would be either Iowa or Penn State. I have been checking them out recently, but I'm not sure. For track, LSU. I do like their running
LSU
team.
is very competitive.
I do like their team because I am a hurdler All-American, and they are really good at hurdling. So I was looking at LSU for track, maybe even Penn State again. And then for my other sports, I don't know.
Okay. And you're in the 11th grade?
10th.
10th grade?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You're not transferring from Uniondale, though.
That's
Wait. Where are you serious?
You found that one out.
Oh, for real? I didn't know. I just put it out there.
Yeah,
real?
it was a possibility that I was supposed to transfer actually like a few.
Don't say the school name.
Yeah, 2 weeks back. And I'm still thinking about it after wrestling season is officially over about transferring, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think you have to do what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we want you to be here, and technically we're going to claim you no matter what.
Yes.
But you have to do what's best for you. Same thing with college. Would you want to go far away, like West Coast,
for college?
down south? Do you want to be closer to home? Is that even a factor for you, like being away or close to home?
I thought about it. It's most likely going to be farther away, just for like bigger opportunities athletic wise. Like New York, they have amazing colleges for athletes, but I will probably be like farther away, like Louisiana. That's all the way. That's pretty far. So, yeah.
Good. This is something I'd like you to speak a little bit about, because there's kids who don't play sports, and I personally feel like playing sports helps with like social emotional stuff, and psychological stuff. Do you use sports as an outlet to kind of get your energy out? Does it help you in that way? Because I feel like a lot of students kind of need a sport to get into. What would be your encouragement to students thinking about getting into it?
My encouragement for students trying to find a sport is your first one, like the first sport that you pick, it most likely like won't be the sport for you. Like you have to find your group of people and people that you can be yourself with in a room, like with the sport that you're participating in. Like getting into sports, you have to not only don't expect to go in being automatically good at it. Like it takes time, it takes practice. You have to listen to your coaches. Like you have to find a good coach that is willing to know your mindset and teach you on how you are able to learn.
Godoy is tough.
Godoy, an amazing coach.
But you don't get but the other thing is sometimes people aren't coachable and they're very sensitive about how they're coached. That doesn't seem to bother you too much. It seems like you could just.
No.
Why is that? Like, why don't you take tough coaching like personally?
Because I know that they want the best for me and also for themselves. Like in the athletic world, like yes, it's about the athlete, but the coach also gets, like, you have to remember the coach also gets the feeling of like admiration when they see their athlete striving and like being one of the best, you know? It also puts a smile on their faces. So it's just like the wanting to be number one and to win together that just makes this bond that's pretty much unbreakable.
Is that something that was taught to you, or is just your personality? You've always been coachable.
Yeah, my own personality. I just, love the sport, and being coached.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today in our first episode of Dr. Brownsville's podcast. It's a wrap.
Leaning in the whip, listen to Illmatic, Matic.